Big day in the market today, guys. In this video, we're going to be going over DraftKings, which is up 13%. We're going to talk about yesterday, how we called this out. We're going to go over the unusual options activity that we saw yesterday, where we saw this going, and ultimately why this was a quality setup. Hit the like button, subscribe, check out our Discord community down below. The link's in the description. You guys get access to free courses, free live streams, free seminars, free webinars. We're a community of over 9,400 members strong, and by the end of the month, our plan is to get to 10,000. Definitely check it out. I throw out some free trades every once in a while. This is what I've closed out today. Amazon for a $5,000 profit, SQ for a $3,700 profit, Google for a $1,000 profit, and Neo for $782. So yesterday I called out DraftKings. I put this flow out. This is a clip. It's going to be very hard to see. I posted it on Twitter. Let's actually just bring my Twitter up very briefly. But what I ended up doing was posting about DraftKings and the flow that rolled through yesterday on the tape. So this was the flow that came through. It's going to be a bit blurry. So they were $5.19, $15 calls. We saw a ton of them coming through at the money. And then we also saw a lot of buying down on that support level. And today, obviously, DraftKings is up about 14.34%. But what I ended up posting about and saying is that the goal of trading is not to predict what will happen next, but instead actually follow what money is doing in real time. Saw DraftKings getting hit hard yesterday and posted these flows for the group. And you can see that DraftKings has really had a wild day, and we've actually just been topping out at $13.50. That was a resistance point that I was watching yesterday because this is where big money has had huge sell orders coming through. You can see on the book map this big red heat map line. This is that resistance, and since pushing up to here, we have been actually unable to get up to that level. Now, looking at DraftKings on a candlestick chart, you can see that on the 4-hour, this resistance level also lines up with our point of control, which means there's a ton of volume here, correlating to what we said within Bookmap, which means this is probably going to be a pretty significant resistance. For me, this is where I would be looking to get out of the trade and out of the position. You can see on the 1-hour, it's also where we have this point of control as well. And even if you wanted to see this potentially continue to run, if we go from swing highs to swing lows, that next level would be up at $14, which is the 200 SMA, and also that 50% Fibonacci retracement. So that's a solid time to exit a position. Normally when a ticker or a stock is actually trending down, like we see here, there are a lot of potential times that you can actually get these mini rallies. You can see it's happened 1, 2, 3, 4 times now. And I'm not a huge fan of trading with, I'm not a huge fan of trading against the trend. I always want to trade with the trend, but there are times where we see these types of setups where we're getting big money. We also had CPI, which is ripping the market to the heavens. But there are a lot of times where we can take a gamble on this type of trade. For instance, yesterday, when we were looking at this potential gap up, you could have entered down at about 1150 when we called it out, set a stop at a lower low down at about 1065, and then looked to take profits at 1320, which is what we were talking about, which would have given you a 15% potential return for a 5% loss, which is a 3-to-1 RVR. So DraftKings looking good. I'd be taking profits if you got into this in the past couple of days from a trading perspective, and I will continue to post more of these trades within our Discord community. Like I said, the link is in the description. It's completely free. Thanks for all the support, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.